Well, school district officials wouldn't tell me exactly how much money these students were asking in exchange for better grades, but one student I talked to outside of here said someone offered to change his grades for $50. Now, we are live here off of 6th Street because this cheating scandal is still under investigation. With the tap of a keyboard, district officials believe students were able to access a Tucson high school teacher's online grade book.
And we were able to uncover that a few students had watched her logging in and had mimicked her password and were then changing grades for their friends.
50 students, mostly seniors, are involved in Tucson High School's cheating scandal. Superintendent H.T. Sanchez says they won't be able to graduate next week with their class.
We take academic dishonesty very seriously. Not walking across the stage and not graduating is as steep a consequence as you can face.
Students we talked to today had mixed reactions.
I think that's horrible. I think they should be punished for it.
No, I think it's really harsh that they're not going to graduate with us.
Some students know the people involved. One senior told me her friend was really stressed about grades.
I don't know, it's scary. Sometimes school's really difficult for people, and I don't know, they just wanted the easy way out. I just spoke to her and she was like, yeah, no, I'm not graduating, and it's a heartbreaking experience.
But Dr. Sanchez hopes this hard lesson will carry over to life after high school.
But we are disappointed in this, and it's you know, it's an unfortunate step that the students took that didn't step them forward towards graduation, but stepped them backwards.
Now the seniors will have the option to retake the class this summer and graduate then. We asked the district if TPD is involved. The spokesperson told me she's checking and will get back to me. We'll of course keep you posted both on air and online as the story develops. We are live near downtown outside of Tucson High School. Maria Hechanova, KOLD News 13. Paul Davis's story is similar to thousands of other frustrated Suntran drivers. This used to be his bus stop right off of Fort Lowell Road, but now he has to go out of his way to catch a ride.
Every time I'm walking down through here and I see a bus come up through here and it says not in service, I'm like, man.
43-year-old Paul Davis says he took his family's only car for granted.
My wife was involved in a car accident.
Now that they don't have one, he spends most of his time walking. Every day, he walks his daughter to school and looks for a job at Goodwill. Today, he walked almost 30 minutes to the closest running bus stop to grab groceries.
All right, I'm here. Tired. Wore out.
Before the Suntran strike, the trip to his closest bus stop only took seconds.
The heat, walking, the sun beating down on you, it gets hard.
But it's part of daily life now for Paul and others who rely on Suntran until a deal is reached.
I ain't got no choice but to do it. I just got to do what I got to do.
And get this, Paul tells me he has to make that trek as much as 8 times a day. Reporting from Midtown off of Fort Lowell Road in between Country Club and Alvernon, Maria Hechanova, Tucson News Now. Just look at how close this Circle K is to I-10 and INA. Its easy access means thousands of people could be victims. Right now, police do not have a suspect, but they do say it is okay to use the gas pumps now because they've removed those skimming devices. But here's the deal. If you've gassed up between May 6th and 8 a.m. today, police want you to check your bank accounts right now and report to them if you've seen anything suspicious. Filling up could drain your wallet and you wouldn't even know it.
I think that's terrible. I think it's very dishonest.
Marana police say they usually see skimming devices on the outside of the payment machine at the pump, but this is the first time detectives have seen it inside, behind the keypad.
When it opens up, back all in here is your circuitry and your boards in the back.
There are no signs of forced entry, so they think the crooks knew what they were doing. Investigators would not show us the device, but say it's small and works on sophisticated wireless technology, like a hotspot internet connection, meaning someone can steal your credit card information remotely without even removing the device.
I think it's crazy that the technology's moved to that point. I'm still going to get my card changed.
How come?
Well, better safe than sorry. I would hate for someone to take what little money I actually have.
What makes it unsettling is that police think these devices could be hidden at other gas stations in Marana and across Tucson. Now the state's Weights and Measures Department is involved to see if there could potentially be more victims. Just behind these doors, I heard the board approve these teachers to get a $1,300 pay raise for next school year. That amounts to about $100 extra per month, and that's even if Prop 123 doesn't pass. Now, I talked to a majority of teachers who say that this is great, but compared to the rest of the United States, it's still about $15,000 below average. Tucson High School chemistry teacher Kevin Nieves doesn't have much to show in his wallet.
So as a teacher, we live paycheck by paycheck.
Today he signed his contract for next year, but it almost didn't happen.
Well, because I saw a move in a better direction.
Word of a $1,300 raise changed his mind, but will it make a difference? He plans to still spend some of his paycheck on student supplies.
It's gonna be a little bit better into my pocket. Is it enough? What we deserve? No.
$1,300 is definitely a step in the right direction. There's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel.